The town council meeting.
Check.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I know.
Roll call. Mike?
That's all I
Mr.
have.
Zach Beaver, present.
Mr. Tim Clayton.
Present.
Ms. Amy Blaker.
Present.
Mr. David Anderson.
Here.
Mr. Nick Bellar.
Here.
Mr. Robert Byrd.
Here.
Mr. Tony Clark.
Here.
Mr. Sean Finney.
Here.
Mr. David Ashton.
Present.
And I am Michael Lambert. Good evening.
Thank you, Mike. First up, we have public comment. Anybody wishing to speak on an agenda item? Seeing none, we're going to move on to citizens requesting placement on the agenda not related to agenda items. Again, seeing none, we're going to move on to minutes to be approved.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the executive session meeting of June 24th and town council meeting of June 24th.
Oh, second.
A motion by Tim, a second by Amy. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion carries. On to staff reports. Nick?
Got a few updates for you. As you can see, the clerk's office is under construction, and we anticipate this will probably wrap up before the next meeting. The striping contractor will be coming back out to stripe Randolph, I believe, tomorrow, Sean?
That is what they told me.
To finish up the white paint striping. We do have another contractor going to be working on guardrail on 117th at the S-curve tomorrow, so that will result in lane restrictions. We did a post on Facebook about it. Hopefully,
Did see that. It was out there.
hopefully people can avoid the area if possible.
And that is lane restrictions, not closures.
Correct. It'll be flaggers, so
Okay.
there'll be some delays.
Very good. Thank you, Nick. Tony?
And not a lot to report these days. Everybody's just in summer mode with mowing and branch chipping and all that kind of stuff. But we are just doing a lot of cleanup around the yard. We started doing that since the construction projects are wrapping up, so we're trying to get things organized back around the yard for us to be organized again instead of trying to run around everybody. So that's about it, guys.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Chief Byrd?
Just a couple of things. You know, we've gotten some calls, complaints from residents about residents who have multiple cars parked in their driveways. And with that, they're blocking the sidewalks. And families are unable to walk the sidewalks, walk their dogs, kids riding bicycles, things like that. So thanks to our patrol division, we had some officers go out for a couple of days and patrol the neighborhoods and just make count of how many houses were blocking sidewalks that, as people were complaining about. We came up with 72 residences that had that problem, or that creating that blockade, if you will. And you know, with the assistance of the council and our code enforcement officer, what we're planning on doing is sitting back and observing it, possibly mailing some letters to residents, informing them that we need their cooperation in having these walkways wide open, and with the assistance of maybe the town, the website, saying that, look, we are asking for the cooperation of our residents to provide that open space for neighbors to enjoy. And then after that, we might look at what other alternatives we have to approach these other people that don't want to cooperate with us. We've continue to have some either dog bite or dog chasing scenarios where, in one instance, people who had a violation where a dog ran out from the front of the house and into the street to chase a jogger, that came back 6 weeks later. And this time the dog was in full bore, ready to attack that jogger, and luckily he had pepper spray with him, let the dog have a little taste of that, and a small confrontation. Those people on the first offense were given a warning by our code enforcement officer. And on the second offense now, they've got a citation issued to them for $250 for not controlling their dog. And hopefully with an understanding that on the third offense, it's going to get more serious for them. And then
Well,
finally,
the third offense is the dog goes.
pardon me?
The third offense is the dog goes.
Yeah.
This is a habitual offender, by the way.
Right, yeah, we have an escalating ordinance, right, that
Yes, we do.
starts kind of with a verbal warning or a written warning, and then it escalates in a series of fines until essentially the dog has been deemed dangerous because it repeatedly attacks people. And then the town would seek some order, right, Dave? I'm not sure exactly procedurally, but
No, you're on it. It is a progressive process, and ultimately, as Dave indicates, the dog's gone, if it's a dog.
Oh, yeah. It's a big German Shepherd.
yep.
What neighborhood is this?
Trees.
And then finally, historically, there are some families that know that they can come to the police department for what we call a safe exchange zone, where it's a secure environment for people to conduct online transactions or child custody exchanges. We are offering that across the street at our new police station. We have a robust outdoor camera system where they can conduct their business, know that it's recorded, it's outside the police station, a safe environment. And we have, of course, the police phone in the lobby that they can go in there and call if they don't call 911 from their cell phones. We have signage that's going to be going up. Tony's folks are going to be putting it up for us, just identifying it as a safe exchange zone. And we welcome anybody to please come use us instead of a grocery store or restaurant parking lot. I think it's the best, safest location to do those types of transactions. And that's it for me.
Okay, great.
I have one thing.
Yep.
Can you direct officers out to Aylesworth at the pork chop up 109th? When I go out in the city, I can count the number of cars that come out and turn left onto 109th when it's a right in, right out.
I'm not hearing you good enough here. 109th and what?
Aylesworth at the pork chop,
Yes.
that somebody needs to go out there in the mornings
Okay.
and just hang out there for a little bit. I've seen, on my way, morning, I would say morning, during what I'll call the rush hour, people leaving for work, they come right out, make a right, then turn left around the thing.
Mhm.
Saw 3 of them do it. And so it's an issue, it's gonna be a continuing issue, and if we're not out there enforcing it, it'll be an issue. And then, from an engineering perspective, I don't know what we can do, but because of the 2 driveways that are there, extending it or putting up maybe some barrier of some kind, like I don't know what they're called, the delineators out in the middle.
Yep.
Something like that to even make it deterred even more. So I don't know, but I know there's 2 driveways there, which complicates issues. But from an enforcement standpoint, we need to be out there because word will get around quick. So I'd have somebody just run out there, random time, random days, and there are no warnings.
Is there any particular time that you're seeing that?
Like I said, go out there like 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, I would say. But then check it out in the afternoon, I would say too.
Usually when the trades let out. That's when
Yeah,
I would see it a lot. is when
Yeah.
the trades would let out.
so like 3. Yeah, the trades are some of the worst ones coming out of there.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, you'll get full semis, semi trucks trying to make a left turn out of a right only, out of Ellsworth. So it does get pretty bad over there.
yeah, just hang out there in the rush. Then the trade, as Tim indicated, the trades when they let out like 3. Between those 2 times, you should be able to easily catch enough people and make a presence known out there. So much like you're doing in counting the sidewalks. Well, I appreciate that. There's going to be an accident at 109th, and I don't know what road that is, but it's the pork chop
Thomas Street. Thomas, yeah, that's right.
on the street.
Get on it.
Let me backtrack to your the signage for the safe place. I've read out front for whether if it's like dropping off packages or whatever, it's a great idea. Yeah, I think it's something that, especially with the whole, people doing online selling and stuff like that, it's a nice safe place to meet so that they do have the cameras and that. And then it's a safe place for if two parents are transitioning kids back and forth with each other. So that is a great idea. That's a welcome sight to the area. So thank you.
Sir, thank you.
And Chief, the one thing I do want to touch base just publicly for the, what you mentioned about the parking. This is an ongoing complaint. It's cyclical. We deal with it kind of constantly. Sometimes it's worse than others. We've tried to, we've amended some ordinances and tried to fix some of the design standards to adjust, driveway widths and depths and offsets and that kind of thing to accommodate more vehicles. But specifically, as the officers noticed, Doubletree West is probably one of the biggest offending areas.
It is.
And as you mentioned, it's a big safety issue for families. If you have a stroller or your kids are skating or something down the sidewalk and there's cars blocking every other entrance, now kids are being forced into the street or families or that kind of thing. And so what I think the council is looking for, I know you got the data, which is the first step of that. And I think what we're looking for, to your point, is voluntary compliance from the public. We want to get them informed that, hey, this is a violation of state law and city ordinance, town ordinance, and you need to follow the ordinance, not block the sidewalk, make sure people are being safe. And if not, then it continues to be a problem, say we do another patrol in a couple, this was what, 1 day or 2 days that you observed? So if we do this again in a few weeks, after maybe some notices are sent out or some posts are made on Facebook, and it continues to be a problem, now we can start enforcement action, and people won't be surprised when they start getting tickets for parking on sidewalks or blocking passages, that kind of thing.
That's an ADA issue too, I believe.
Right.
From the state.
Right.
I mean, it's not even a ordinance issue. You can't do it.
And hopefully this conversation will get some self-compliance with
Yes,
it, Bring
exactly.
some awareness and people just.
Well, the argument you're gonna get back then is, well, where do I park? Because I can't park on the street. I'm just saying, that's the counter argument. The ordinance is, especially over Doubletree West, part of the issue over there is the streets are small, like width-wise. Right? You can't park 2 cars on either side. You can barely park one.
I think the lots are also narrow,
They
which
are.
complicates
They're
the problem. So people
super-
don't have a lot of frontage
Right.
once you take out the
Yeah.
driveway
And you're
Maybe you have
blocking
a fire
the
hydrant.
the mailbox.
and the mailbox. You don't have a whole lot of room.
Now, that might be some of it, but some of it too is like, maybe take the stuff out of your garage.
We do community cleanups twice a year.
There you go.
Big dumpsters out
There
there.
you go. So that was it. I appreciate the focus on that. I know I passed a couple of citizen complaints to you, so I wanted to make sure that it's not just an enforcement thing, but also an education thing for the community, so everybody understands. Because a lot of people just don't know it's even an ordinance or a statute, so we appreciate you guys taking up the charge on that. Okay, moving on to fire department. We do not have a representative. Unfinished deferred business. Update on Public Works Garage.
Okay, the garage itself is finished. Everything's been done. He just came back and touched up the punch list items. Everything in the garage is complete now. The only thing I got left is some piping for drainage and parking area, but I'm doing that myself. So, their end of it's all completed and done. That's about it.
Is it something
Very
you
good.
want to remove?
What?
Is it something that we want to remove from an update?
It will after
Next
agenda,
meeting?
after agenda item number 3, it'll be removed.
Perfect. All right, thank you, Tony. Update on 2024 Green Place Roundabout.
Milestone made some good progress this month on the punch list. There's only 1 or 2 things left. So they expect to be done this week or next week. So hopefully by next month's meeting, we'll be wrapping that up.
Perfect. Is all the landscaping fixed? I saw them out there.
They were out there spreading topsoil today. They need to reseed.
Okay, and that's it?
Yeah. And then there's a driveway that they're talking to Indian American Water about.
Oh, on the north?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you, Sean. Update on 2024 CCMG projects.
That punch list is complete, barring I've got to do a final walkthrough and double check that. And then we're just working out the final paperwork on that to make sure everything matches so that we don't have any problems when we turn it in to the state. And we will have that by next month, because
Okay.
we were close to getting it for this meeting, but just didn't get it done in time.
Couple more weeks?
Yep.
Okay, thanks. 2025 CCMG.
We held the pre-construction meeting a week and a half ago with Milestone. They're looking to get started the first week of August, and it'll go at least into October is their plan. Their plan is to, at least temporarily, is to start in the trees and work their way east. And they're starting with the concrete work first and then mill and overlay.
Very good. All right, moving on to new business. Consideration of adoption of job descriptions for the chief of police and deputy chief of police. This ordinance is going to amend the job descriptions for the chief of police and deputy chief of police. The purpose of this is basically to realign the department as we prepare to professionalize, formalize certain things. We want to update the descriptions to match the current roles of the chief and the future deputy chief.
You just adopted job descriptions.
Oh, it's not the ordinance.
It's not-
The next was the ordinance.
Mhm, correct.
I read the second line instead of the first line. All right,
I'll make a motion that we adopt the job descriptions for the chief of police and deputy chief of police.
Second.
we have a motion by Dave, second by Amy. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Yeah. Okay, item number 2, consideration of, this is the ordinance, consideration of ordinance 368-A, amendment to salary ordinance for non-elected employees. This is another police department item. Earlier this year, the council approved pay raises for the full-time officers to, I think, something to the tune of about 30% increase, but we were unable at the time to make the same parity for our part-time officers, and to help boost recruitment and staffing, we're going to right-size the part-time pay to match the full-time pay, hourly pay. And that's what this ordinance is supposed to do. That's it. I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion that we approve ordinance number 368A, a 2025 amendment to salary ordinance for non-elected employees.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Dave, a second by Tim. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? And motion carries.
This is a two-parter, right?
Two-parter.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we suspend the rules and hear the ordinance 368A on second reading.
We have a motion by Dave to suspend the rules.
By title only.
No, title only.
I'll second it.
And a second by Tim. Roll call, Mike.
Mr. David Anderson,
Yep.
Miss Amy Blaker,
Yes.
Mr. Tim Clayton,
Yes.
Mr. Zach Beaver.
Yes. All right, we've suspended the rules, and I'll entertain a motion to adopt on second reading.
Make a motion to adopt ordinance 368A, a 2025 amendment to salary ordinance for non-elected employees in title only.
I'll second that.
Another motion by Dave, second by Tim. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? And the motion carries. Item number 3, consideration of retainage, release and closeout for Vought Construction.
As Tony reported, the Public Works Garage project is done. This closes it out.
Very good. Then we can take this off the item. Or take
We
this off
can.
the agenda.
Yes.
Okay,
You're good? You're good. He's good.
all right, everybody's good. I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to pay the retainage release and close out for Vault Construction Public Works Building Project in the amount of $140,920.41.
A motion by Tim,
I'll second.
second by Amy. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4, consideration of ordinance 377 floodplain, flood damage prevention and floodplain development regulation update.
This is a work product of several months of collaboration with DNR and FEMA and our staff here, probably mostly Assistant Planner Deborah Gritters. These changes bring our floodplain development ordinance back to current federal standards. They have updated their standards. Our ordinance kind of fell behind. So we had several meetings on that. Briefly, some definitions have been updated or added. Submittal requirements have changed a little bit, updated some of those. And probably, most importantly in my mind, this codifies a long-time policy of deterring floodplain development in town. So it's in the code now, which I think is important. We have plenty of land that's not in the floodplain that's available for development. Floodplain development is generally high risk and complicated.
Sophisticated.
Additionally, yes, different building standards, different sort of level of inspection that is required.
All right, very good.
Make a motion that we approve ordinance number 377, entitled only an ordinance amending the town code title 15, chapter 153, and section 153.01, entitled flood damage prevention, and specifically amending section 153.1, entitled general provisions, statutory authorization, and scope, amending and repealing all town code sections and ordinances or parts thereof in conflict herewith and all matters related thereto.
Motion by Dave,
I'll second.
second by Tim. Any discussion?
None.
Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. This is a single reading, right, Dave?
No,
It's a double also?
it's two.
Okay.
Make a motion that we suspend the rules and hear the motion, or hear ordinance number 377, in title only, on second reading.
Second.
Motion by Dave, second by Tim. Roll call, Mike?
Mr. David Anderson.
Yep.
Ms. Amy Blaker.
Yes.
Mr. Tim Clayton.
Yes.
Mr. Zach Beaver.
Yes. All right, we've suspended the rules, and I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion that we adopt ordinance number 377 in title only, an ordinance amending town code title 15, chapter 153, and section 153.01, entitled flood damage prevention, and specifically amending section 153.01, titled general provisions, statutory authorization, and scope, amending and repealing all town code sections and ordinances or parts thereof in conflict herewith and all matters related thereto.
Motion by Dave,
Second.
second by Tim. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, consideration of pay application number 4 to Milestone Contractors.
This is for striping on County Line Road, and I would recommend this pay application in the amount of $5,534.78.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. President, I make a motion that we pay application number 4, Milestone Contractors 2024 CCMG Road Project, County Line Road, in the amount of $5,534.78.
Second.
We have a motion by Tim, second by Amy. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to defer item number 6.
We have a motion to defer by Tim, second by Dave. All those in favor? I'm sorry, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Item number 6 is deferred. Moving on to public comment. Anybody wishing to speak? Again. Seeing none, move to the treasurer's report. Mike?
Good evening. For your review, consideration, and approval, we have 9 pages of claims this month for a grand total of $1,725,500. $543.68.
Thank you, Mike.
Includes a number of bond payments this month, as well as note payments on various pieces of equipment.
President, I'd like to make a motion to pay the claims in the amount of $1,725,543.68.
A motion by Tim,
Second.
and a second by Amy. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. And our next meeting will be August 26th at 7 PM. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.